Kyle Smith, coach, for the opener statement.
Yeah, that was a good opener for us. We obviously we had a good exhibition game performance against Oregon, and a big part of us, we handled success. I thought we handled the Oregon situation great in the locker room, and to be honest, I've coached against Portland State, and they play hard. And we talked about their physicality, their enthusiasm, their loose balls, and they wouldn't go away. And I think our guys learned a little. We didn't handle success during the course of that game, but credit to them. Chase is going to have them competing. They will go right to the final whistle, but we did a better job on the glass, which is a concern of us, but. Took some steps back in some other areas, but overall, really good win for us. That team's going to win a lot of games in the Big Sky, and they're really athletic, and that's good for us to play against some teams like that.
All right, Coach. I talked to Chisom about this, about how the game started off with you guys scoring first, and they go on a run. You come right back with a run, and then it's a battle throughout the first half. Then you go on another run and start the second half. So, what did you see that strategically is? What was happening with the team?
I think we could have helped ourselves a lot we just turned the ball over a lot second half, which got turned to their offense more than anything. And some of that's obviously Ebuka had a ridiculous game, and the secret's out that he's pretty good. But there's still a lot to be learned, like time and score and situation. I think we got ourselves. It wasn't just him, and we're new. Still got some new pieces fitting in there where they sped us up a little bit and forced us into taking some bad shots in the first half, and they turned us over the second half, which created good offense for them. So that was the ebb and flow, but we were able to hang in there, and we got to the foul line. I think they're very physical, and we did a good job by hanging on to being tough about that.
Coach, what do you make of Ebuka Okorie tonight?
What's that?
Sorry. What did you make of Ebuka Okorie tonight?
I don't know many words for that one. I understand that was a Stanford record potentially for a debut. He's a really good scorer, really good talent, obviously, and a really good kid. And we're very fortunate to have him. And like I had a little chat with him before shoot around. I said, look, we know what's going on. I said, I just want you to know I'm with you, buddy. I said, you're going to get a lot more attention moving forward because you're important to us. There's a lot of things he needs to get better at. Like I was like, hey, defensively, you got to compete on every possession. I think he had 7 deflections tonight. He had 7 rebounds. I said, you got to rebound better. He had 7 rebounds, and then he scores 26. And he's just pretty gifted, and he just seems to get better every day. So, there'll be some rough patches, I'm sure. But it's normally when you have the conversation with the freshmen, it's like, hey, man, I'm only concerned about you academically and socially getting adjusted to college life. If you play, it's bonus. But I said, you're not in that seat. Our guys know, coaching staff knows, and I'll make sure he knew. Make sure, hey, you give him permission. You're a good player. We're going to need you to get better, and we're going to learn on the fly and see where this takes us. But just enjoy it, embrace it, and the better he gets, because he plays such an important position. He laughed, and I said, you're our Lamar Jackson. I said, I'm John Harbaugh, his rookie year. I said, you're our Lamar Jackson. So there'll be some rough patches, I'm sure, but let's just see where this takes us.
We got it, Jeremy Smith tonight, 14 points off the bench. He kind of got wrong with the 3 ball in particular.
Yeah, no, Jeremy's just been coming on. I sensed he's a very LA guy, and I love that. I mean that in the most positive way. Just got the LA vibe, and I was like, I think he's a guy that's going to get the closer to games, he's going to get more shape. He's Division II All-American, and it's been coming on the last 2-3 weeks. He's getting more confidence in this adjustment level, and then you could see it tonight. They're just like, he's got a little killer in him too. A little killer, like he's not afraid of a big shot. And we closed, really punched that thing out. We put the 3 little guys out there. They're just really hard to. Benny was out there. I thought Benny didn't play great first half, and then he bounced back, and then we had all 3 of those guys on the court. It's just a lot of speed and a lot of shooting, and Jeremy's going to get better and better. I know we only got him for a year, but he's made tremendous growth in the last 4 weeks.
Second straight game you forced 13 first-half turnovers. Is that, you think, a strength of this team?
Yeah, I do, because we've done it 3 games in a row. I don't, that's what I said. Like we'll defend the 3 better than we did tonight. I think, the kid Tidor, whatever it's about. He made some tough ones. He had a really good game. He was a really good player. Junior college guys might be getting overlooked because he was. We had him on there as a shooter, but it's like he's a little more than that. So we defended. We turned him over, held him to 30 in the first half, and did a decent job of keeping those second shots. But it was our offense, I thought, that was it was only a 7-point game, and I thought we were doing that. And then second half, we broke down a little bit. They got some penetrations. They stretched us out a little bit, and they play a little small, and it was a little harder for us to get to them. They got some looks that they took advantage of.
Probably about Chisom tonight. Looks like he's taking a step up in his game from last year, just where we've seen the most growth from him from last year to this year.
You know what? I've been doing this a long time, and never been more proud of a guy from where he's come, like the end of the season till now. It just his attitude, his skill, his really. I love coaching him, and he's been good. And I think you see it like his. It's funny because he's just more confident around the rim, just confident scorer, just confident player. He's going to get better. We turned over a little bit tonight, and we need him to be a playmaker too. Our passing, we only had 9 assists, and he should be good for 2 to 3 a night. He's very good there, and that'll come too when they start. He'll start getting doubles in the post. We played him at the 3 a lot. Which I think helps us when we go big there. And there's not going to be many 3 men that can match up with the 6'7", 250-pound 3-man. So. But I just think he's just more confident. His ball handling, his scoring, his shooting, free throw shooting. He's trying we got to get the rebounding going, and he's pretty good at better. We just got to get those rebounds. He got 3 of them in 29 minutes. We need to get him going there. But I'm just really tickled with how much he's improved.
All right, Coach, I want to expound on that. So did it take him a while to get over how the tournament ended?
No, I don't think so. Honestly, Chisom's greatest gift in life, he has a short memory. Anyone that knows him will probably laugh. But and that was about his heart. And we just said, look, we wouldn't have had a chance to win. And he got over it pretty quickly. But no, not at all. That's his gift. He's got a big charisma, a big smile, likable person. He's kind of magnetic that way. And I just think he's embraced the coaching and what we're wanting to do. And he's a good teammate, and that's hard. It's like last year when you transfer, it's a big jump. Man, it helped Coach Shaw when I told him, it's like junior college guy. It'll take him half a year to figure it out. And he kind of did. He was good for us the last quarter of the year. And then really spring and summer, he just committed himself to taking advantage of the senior. Not everyone does that, and I think he's done it. And it's early, but I've seen a lot of it, and I just think he's only going to keep getting better.
Coach, you guys drew 30 fouls tonight, which is the most that Portland State's committed in their entire program history. Just how much kind of credit do you give to your guys for drawing so many fouls?
I think we're quick, in the back with Ebuka, and I think Chiz has always been a guy that draws fouls, and that's a really important part of the game. It's something we emphasize. We really feel like this team, even like AJ Rahosi, is just getting in his comfort zone a little bit because he's an athlete, and he's making that adjustment too. But he's got such a big motor, a good athlete, and tough. And his growth mindset, he's gonna get better. So we got a few more guys I think they're willing to stick their nose in there. Jeremy knows how to get to the foul line. You don't average 20 a game as a Division II All-American. So that's good that we can do that and hopefully keep doing that.
Just any thoughts on upcoming game against Montana? I'm sure you have watched you coach. You faced them many times. Thoughts on the program he's got there?
Yeah, no. Coach DeCure has been there a while now, and it's won several. I think they won it last year too. Really good coach. Comes off Coach Montgomery's coaching tree. Worked with him at Cal and played. Did he play for him at Montana or played for Blaine Taylor at Montana? But he's part of that. One of the most successful coaching trees if anyone does the research on it, and it's got a pretty nice little gig up there. And I know their staff really well, and they'll be motivated. They're best players from the Bay Area, money, and it'll be good. And they got another Brooklyn Hicks I saw on the roster. I said that's where he ended up. The guy we recruited Washington State, and I was like, oh no. So they'll be good. They're well coached. Got a lot of pride that program does, and I haven't really watched any of them yet, but Coach McConnell's got the scout, and he kind of filled me in. But I know what money is, so he's good. And it'll be I think those two teams are picked 1 and 2 in the league. Portland State was picked second. Montana was picked to win it. So they're used to winning, and they return a good chunk of guys back, which is unique, at any level. But they got a lot of their key guys back, and so it'll be a good game.
Yes? All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Just talk about kind of your performance tonight, and also just kind of your ability to kind of help kind of close this out. They were making a bit of a run there, but you were able to kind of had a nice hoop plus the harm and then the dunk. Just talk about what kind of your performance in this one down the stretch.
Yeah, no, I just Coach called some plays that put me in position to score, get me into positions where personally I can use my strength. Saw a lot of mismatches later on, and then just my teammates did a great job executing, creating plays.
All right. So, for you, with this great debut, 16 points in the first half. So, what got you going, and what gave you that confidence to take off like that?
I would just say I was just reading the defense, seeing what they gave me, whether it was driving, kicking to my teammates, or just like going all the way to the hoop, taking an open shot. So, yeah, I'd just say trusting my instincts, trusting the hard work I've put in, and just taking what the defense gives me.
Ebuka, how does it feel to already be in the Stanford history books after one game?
It feels great, but I'm just happy we got the win, to be honest. I'm just happy we got the win.
Chisom, you guys started the second half on a quick 7-0 run to extend the lead to 14. Can you talk about that spurt at halftime and what the message was?
Yeah, no, the message was like I always say, just continue to trust our game plan. And Coach put in a great play, and we just executed to perfection. I got the mismatch, went up, and just from there, just use that momentum to carry on.
All right. Chisom, so what's your goal for this year? I mean, you coming back from some teams with Coach, and this is your second year with him. So what do you strive for this season?
Personally, just to get better every day, and then collectively just continue to win games, and then make a deep run in the ACC tournament eventually, hopefully the NCAA tournament. But yeah, those are my main goals. Just continue to create good habits personally, and whatever comes.
Yeah, Ebuka, defensively, when you're playing a team that shoots 48% from three, just how are you able to? I guess what's like the message in the huddle where it's like, we got to stop these guys from shooting, and yeah.
Yeah, it's just. The message was really just play team defense, help the helper, obviously close out on shooters, and then if they get by you, just rotate and just communicate. Yeah.
All right, so for you, Chisom, both teams had these runs. Like you guys scored the first points, and then they go on a 8-0 run, then you guys come back with a 9-0 run. Then, like we said earlier, you came back with a 7-0 run in the second half. So what was it about you guys playing in spurts like that?
Yeah, we try to. Yeah, no, we just personally just try to, just help them stop, play good defense, and they did continue to score, but we kept our foot on the gas, kept attacking at them, and then we were able to. They shot pretty well later at the end of the game, but we continued to play. We switched up to zone. That helped out a lot, and we just really stopped them in fast break. And the main thing was taking care of the ball. I feel like a lot of their points were off our turnovers. So offensively, once we started taking care of the ball, not taking quick shots, because a quick shot can be kind of as a turnover in my opinion. So we stopped doing that, and we started playing offense, getting the ball side to side. I feel like that's when we, dictated the spurts and the runs of the game.
Ebuka, for you, just kind of building on the question, but I noticed you guys had 9 assists, 17 turnovers. So obviously, you guys have won a better ratio. Just talk about what it says about your team. You guys were still able to win by double digits despite maybe that statistical area not being as strong as you want it to be. Yeah.
I feel like that really ties into just our overall team chemistry, how we're able to just fight through adversity and just stay connected. Although we weren't getting as many stops as we could and not taking as much care of the ball as we could, just staying connected and just continuing to just play to win and just trusting the game plan. So.
Chisom, when you're matched up against Terry Miller Jr., who I believe is coming back, was a lethal scorer for them last year, and then has been again this year. Just what's kind of the game plan going in?
Yeah, for me personally, I was watching his film before the game, just attack him laterally. He's not very quick laterally in my opinion, so I just try to attack him laterally. But offensively, he's a great talent, big body. Great shooter, and great touch around the rim. So we just knew that his strength and try to take that away as soon as possible. Try to send doubles a couple of times, but he had a great game regardless of what we tried.
All right, Ebuka, I know it's maybe a month or two away, but are you excited about playing ACC ball?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not just for myself, but for the whole team. Hopefully we can get a lot of wins there. Just continue to improve, just build on each and every game. And, yeah, just hopefully get a lot of wins and do a lot of damage in the ACC.
This is the second straight game you forced 13 first-half turnovers. Do you anticipate that being a strength of the team this year?
I agree. I think so. I think the way we hark on defense and practice and the habits that we created, I feel like we try to speed up teams and play solid defense at the same time. So I feel like that's something we can do, but definitely in our control.
Just what was coach's kind of message to you guys in the break? You guys were up 7, so what was kind of the message at halftime?
It was very positive. In my opinion, it wasn't. In my opinion, I thought we were playing poorly, and then like because it was like, and then he talked about it and talked about the stats and the numbers. I think we were playing really well. So, like a lot of things where we had good shots, we missed some good shots. We had played some great defense and then hit some tough shots. So, and I think he was very positive, and he really helped me personally become more positive and really understand we have control of the game. We control the game, we control the tempo, and just continue to build upon the lead that we have, and then we did that off rip in the second half to begin with.
All right, Chisom, last question for me. What the coach said that your role is this year?
Yeah, I feel like my role personally, he told me, is just to help people defensively, guard any position I'm given, and just create for my teammates and create for myself, and just continue to rebound. That's the main thing too, just defend, rebound, and take care of the ball. My main job and my main role personally that he's given me, and just try to keep a level head throughout the game. Sometimes I get a little too rowdy, but I just try to keep a level head and especially just help my teammates whenever needed.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.